Today, I'm taking a deeper look into the Brookhaven Clone War story. We're going back and basically summarizing the whole history, which we actually started at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. So, over 4 years in the making. Welcome to Exploring the Lore of Brookhaven Clone War. First, though, a fun fact Clone Wars premiered 1 year exactly from the Update Clones video. This was intentional. We had it planned this way for a very, very long time. And we hinted at it in November during this episode of Brookhaven's Next Top Criminal Season 3.
The whole town is in danger. I can see clones. So many clones. Be warned. Something terrible is coming. By winter's end.
But more than that, Clone Wars closes out a story we started, like I said, late December of 2020, premiered in early 2021. This was way before Brookhaven started their agency lore. The only secret thing that existed with any agency affiliation was the second floor of the hospital. There was no Mr. Brookhaven, no agency letters scattered around town, nothing. No other lore whatsoever in Brookhaven at that time. So we started our own. We had a reporter named Veronica Veritas looking into strange things in town. And by the way, Veritas means truth. And that's exactly what she was doing. She was looking for the truth. But she got kidnapped to stop her from digging into the story. And then the mayor at the time died, and Sherman Brooks was elected mayor. We did an election with a poll and everything. That was our first mayor election. But it was revealed that the mayor had faked her own death. She was alive and she had Veronica Veritas with her. It was part of a dark, secret organization with big plans. And this led to a 3-part series we did. This is all in 2021 still, about something called the Great Wolf Society. It was a secret group funded by the agency who was trying to take over the town. This is how the agency functioned before the cloning. They recruited powerful, corrupt, desperate people into their secret fringe society and used them to control Brookhaven. For example, if they get the chief of police on their side, they can get away with their crimes. They can use the chief of police to recruit more criminals to help them. And in return, maybe they offer the chief money or other favors in return. It's just a cycle of bad helping bad. And we see in the Clone War, they tried to get Sherman Brooks into Great Wolf Society and even attempted to brainwash him many times, which undoubtedly caused some psychological strain. And that explains some of his strange behavior over the years if you see in past videos. Sherman Brooks definitely had some weird moments. And he abruptly left office in 2023 and then returned a few months later. That's when they cloned him, because Dr. Double revealed in Clone War that he perfected cloning in 2023, a year before he actually brought his lab to Brookhaven. So the story, assuming you've seen all the relevant videos leading up to this, but this is going to fill in some blanks. The story is Dr. Double developed successful human clonings in 2023, and his first clone was Double 2. He first cloned himself, and Double 2 seemed like a perfect clone, but actually, Double 2 was recruited by the agency almost immediately. In the Clone Wars flashback, when we see that the agency offered money, that was Double 2 who accepted, and Dr. Double had no idea. Dr. Double was and is actually a good guy. Everything bad that was done was actually Double 2 and 3. So when Wolfpack first went to the cloning lab in Update Clones, that was the real Dr. Double who cloned him. After that, it was all Double 2 and Double 3. So everything Dr. Double supposedly did, cloning the clones of clones and clones of clones and clones, and the disastrous cure-all catastrophe, all of that was Double 2 and Double 3. They were the messy ones. Innocent Dr. Double was being held captive by the agency already at this point. At the end of Update Clones, you'll remember Wolf 5 had escaped from the cage at the lab, and he went on to cause chaos as the hacker in The Hacker Who Destroyed Brookhaven. But he hadn't escaped on his own. This was when he was recruited by the agency. Doublé 2 let him out, and he immediately started working for the agency and developed the microchip that would be put in all the clones from then on. And along the way, at this point, they were putting that microchip in every clone to make sure they could control them. But the Wolfpack clones didn't get the vaccine. Wolfpack did, and that's how they made Wolf 7, but the rest of the clones with their mutated immune systems from being clones wouldn't have gone in for that vaccine. That's why Wolf 7 had a very important function. It was his job to chip all the Wolf clones so the agency could get control of them. They needed every person in town cloned and microchipped to be under their complete control for their plan to work. So, end game for the agency was to replace everyone in town with their own clone, let the clones eliminate the original person, destroy the town, abandon it. The agency would then buy the bankrupt town legally, and that would give them physical access to the land beneath, which contains a very rare, very valuable element, which was the only thing the agency's been after all this time. They tried scaring people off in 2020. That didn't work. They tried brainwashing. That wasn't effective enough. But finally, they were able to use cloning, and it would have worked if not for Wolf 4's unintentional heroic move. Now, all the clones are wiped out. All the real people were being held hostage. A wise move by the agency in case they needed the real people to be used for any type of negotiation. I'm assuming the agency would think ahead like that. And they're probably going to use the real people for scientific experiments anyway. Who knows? Luckily, we won't find out because everyone is free now. The town is back to normal. As for the Wolf clones, they moved out of Brookhaven. Their story has ended. Or has it? There is the question of Wolf 5. Where is he? Was he microchipped? Since he was the creator of the chip, I think he'd easily be able to deprogram his chip since he is a skilled hacker. And then the self-destruction wouldn't have worked on him. So we can assume Wolf 5 is probably still out there somewhere. And since the agency still exists, albeit much less powerful now, Wolf 5 could still be working for them. Or he could have gone rogue, we don't know. But maybe we'll find out one day, maybe we never will. But as for now, Wolf 5's still on the run. Real Dr. Doublé's back, and he's a good guy again. And Veronica Veritas is found after more than 4 years missing. So this very long story has a happy ending, for now anyway. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a now clone-free Brookhaven.
So long, Brookhaven. Would never end, but time flies when you're having fun, almost like it's over when it's just begun. Now we go our separate ways, diverging paths to future days. You go your way, I'll go mine, and we'll pretend to be just fine, saying so long, Brookhaven, you'll always be part of me. So long, Brookhaven, in my heart for eternity. So long, Brookhaven, where I can always be who I wanna be. the years are short, standing in this old airport. I understand it now more than ever. And if there's one thing I'll always remember, it's you, Brookhaven.